You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me.
It's been a fun-filled day here. I am ready to go 113 laps here at Talladega, and it's gonna be. I always say a tug of war at 100 or 200 miles an hour. It's gonna be a high-speed chess match. Use any adjective you want to describe this race, but no doubt about it, it's gonna be Talladega, and I'm looking for a first-time winner today. It's the great equalizer.
Yeah, we saw a first-time winner there. Sorry for the microphone issue I had there for a moment. Could be all good. Hope you guys hear me now. But yeah, live here at Talladega for 113 laps. Stages at laps 60 and 85. So a quick stage number 2 headed our way. Drivers get out onto the racetrack for a little bit of a warm-up. A rock and a roll. We've got about 4 minutes before everybody's ready to get gridded. Some drivers getting out here trying to get a little bit more practice in the draft.
Yeah, right now we're watching Jeff Dillon and I believe it's a double nickel of Mike Grinnell. They're getting a little drafting practice in.
You got a 3-pack here with Tizio, and Patrick Colby.
See how the Tizios can do. We got let's see here. The Purcells have fans in the YouTube.com live chat.
I do. Sean Purcell is here. That typical possum jumping on in here. We appreciate you hanging out, spending some time with us here on a Sunday evening. Anybody in the YouTube.com live chat, feel free to let us know who your favorites are. We'll keep an eye on them throughout the course of this.
Definitely, it looks like Brian Smith, last week's winner, gonna go ahead and fall in the line and try to catch this 3-car tandem and get a little drafting practice in. Now, we saw it earlier in the day in the real world. The Toyotas and Chevrolets don't typically line up well together. So I got a feeling the Fords and Chevys are going to work together. And if you're a Toyota, you can definitely push the Ford and a Chevy, but a Ford or a Chevy cannot push a Toyota. So confused,
Definitely.
you won't be after 113 laps.
Yeah, the front ends of these Chevys are a little bit pointed. That makes it tough to get a nice, solid. Tends to get them a little bit squirrely. Sideways incident there. We're just fix some.
Brock Kersey checking into the .com live chat. Hate Smith and Dega, but watch at number 19 tonight for the CCR ECR camp. .47 and 92 being rooted on by Lillian King and Zero Fan 1378. Typical Possum shooting his shot already.
That was gonna win. Have fans in the chat hanging out here Sunday night. Talladega, we saw a phenomenal cup race. One of the biggest crashes, not quite the biggest. A first-time winner, and the first time I've seen somebody do a burnout victory lap hanging halfway out of their car.
They won't be doing that next time.
Oh, no. Well, that's going to be a very large chunk of money, probably, coming out of the winners.
I mean, it looks cool, but yeah. Like Clint Boyer said, it's gonna fall right in that same bucket with the Hail Melon.
Oh, yeah. It'll be outlawed. Announcement on Tuesday.
Yeah. That reminds me, all these rules, Liam, get made up when drivers try something cool, and that reminds me of T-Rex. That car got banned after it won Charlotte.
They basically said, bring that back. Well, here we are. We're getting ready for the green flag. Drivers taking their spot on the grid for 113 laps. 35 drivers ready to rock and roll here at Talladega. Go through your starting lineup. Travis Gilbert on the pole, Adam Ball to his outside. Michael Taylor with Jacob Smith making up row number 2. Mike Grinnell, Jake Christenberry. 3. Nathan Finnegan and Brian Smith gonna round out row number 4 with Brzezowski and Malone making up the top 10. Dave Cochran and Ryan Patty 11th and 12th, followed by Dominic Tizio and Matt Everett. John McNeil and Anthony Tizio make up row number 8, followed by Patrick Colby and Justin Bissonette. John Purcell and Charlie Widener. Carlos Paisano on the outside of Daytona winner Zach Lockett. Rory Powell. Bentley Glazer. With Hanover Fist rather than Bentley Glazer. Jacob Bodulich. Griff King. He's going to be potentially starting this race from the pits. Scott Tompkins and Kevin Bankert. Followed by Chris Mackey and Jeff Killen. Cody Eldred with Kyle Diaz to his outside, followed by Zachary King and Brad Delph. Chris Camburn gonna round out the 35 drivers ready to rock and rumble here today. Looks like 34 of them have taken this grid, ready to roll here for 113 laps, just about 300 miles. Comparison to the 500 that were run in the Cup Series. 34 drivers hoping to change the course of their season in one of the biggest wildcard races that we are going to see. Talladega is conducive, sometimes even 4-wide racing, and of course, chance for the big one. A multi-car pileup generally occurs. Guys are racing side by side, door handle to door handle at 190 miles an hour, closer together than most people care to. Going to be a phenomenal show here. We've got 34 of them, 17 rows doubled up behind this iRacing.com pickup truck ace pickle. Alan, what's running through your mind as giant feet pace truck about to take the left turn? No, you've still got to wait. That green.
Well, I tell you what, one thing that's going through my mind is the fact that Bill France moved the start-finish line down to the end of the super stretch to sell more tickets. But what's going through my mind right now is we get to the Geico restart zone, and we're green flag with the Icon Cup Series.
Inside lane gets a good start. East off at the jump. Here comes Adam Ball up on the outside as these drivers working to get up to speed here for the first time, already over 170 miles an hour going through turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, definitely. Here we are. Adam Ball.
19, really not moving there. Alan, like you were about to bring up.
Yeah, so the outside line, not getting that momentum right now. It's going to be all the inside line. As we got cars already going to form up a third line here. And what's going to happen, William, what we're going to see here, is that outside line, as it gathers cars and they start making momentum, Adam Ball's trying to get to the front. And then he's going to try to get in front of Travis Gilbert. And then he's going to move to the inside line in front of Travis Gilbert. Now, Nathan Finnegan in the 6th car, he's going to move up
trouble
to the outside
back.
line. Oh, no.
Around goes Scott Tompkins. Chris Mackey caught up in this as well as Delph.
Not the big one.
Not a lot of damage here on any of these cars. Looks like everybody's going to be able to continue on with potentially a little bit of damage there to that Scott Tompkins machine.
The built like
Back
tanks.
up, we're hearing on the inside. Let's see what we can see. A big check up on the inside. Got the 45 sideways off a bump of the 9, and Delph with nowhere to go. Get some front end damage there. Hopefully nothing too crazy on the front end of that machine. Take another look here on board with the Delph machine. Caution number 1 comes out here on lap 3 rather. Really got to figure out how to make it say lap number. It says it on my other packages. Gotta be something on the ticker that I can change that makes it say the laps to go. Lap of the race. Lap of the stage, for that matter. Long way to go here in stage number 1. We saw these guys in the Cup Series. What, about 45, 48 maybe laps on fuel? Guys have 60% fuel. Going to be running about out of that 48. Gonna have to make one pit stop here in the second stage. We're not gonna have to make a pit stop. And from there on out, I think, and well, obviously you want to make your pit stops under the stage. What we got? Cautions here at Talladega always seem a little bit longer. Else, get everybody jumping up in here. We got Let's Go Shane Cochran from Front Row Joe.
Yeah, he's working tonight.
Shane started in 11th. Currently in 11th. Going to come in here and top off that gas tank. Sean Purcell. Another one of these drivers come in to top off the field. Light's still on the pace car, so it's a pretty safe call. It looked, 15 drivers came in and topped off on that time around.
Well, I tell you what, I was gonna say, while these guys are under caution, Liam, your boy here in the booth did something amazing on Thursday.
Oh yeah,
I finished the race.
I'm very proud of you.
Not only did I finish it, but I almost had it on the podium.
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
I finished 4th.
Oh, man. Always nice to get yourself a good result. I ran myself a couple of Gen 4 races at Auto Club. A couple of dubs. As we get closer to the restart here, we should have one to at this time by Travis Gilbert. Race leader, Michael Taylor, Mike Grinnell, Ethan Finn, and Adam Ball. All fell back on that initial start, but able to get back up in the top 5. What happens here on this next start, though? Definitely odd to 19. Not quite able to pay up through the well as everybody else.
Yeah, definitely. That's some of the things I experienced on Thursday night. Is the car just, if you're not, the car to me just didn't feel responsive.
Dylan gonna come off one more time. Off on the pace car. And get doubled up. Ready to roll. More time. Another look at what happened here to bring out the caution flag. Board here with the 9. Big checkup up in front. The 36 goes down, and really a lot of time for anybody to react. Happened very quickly here in Talladega. Ing with a fan in the chat. Ford Mustang currently sitting inside the top 20. Getting ready for the first restart of the day on lap number 6. 60. Number 1. Truck makes that hard left turn once again. Travis Gilbert have a little bit of a wait until he gets into the Geico restart zone. At 55, Mike Grinnell all over his back bumper. Michael Taylor up on the top. Green flag in the air. Top goes Travis Gilbert. He sees that lane getting a little bit more connected up top. Moves back down to the bottom. Trying to help pull that one along. Michael Taylor going to try to get his nose up to the side of that 3. Travis Gilbert, he's got 3 cars behind him. Lined up and pushing. Make that happen up on the outside. Here comes Grinnell back on the inside. 55 machine trying to push the 3 up to the front, but not quite enough with those 2 cars compared to 3 up on the top.
Yeah, it's already rock and roll time. Here comes Nathan Brzezowski. He looked out to the outside of Michael Taylor, and so now is Nathan Finnegan.
Yeah, Finnegan moves down to the outside. Brzezowski looked to the outside. Finnegan moves to the inside. Michael Taylor going to hold on to this race lead through the tri-oval as they're starting to get 3 and maybe even 4 wide in the middle of the pack. Damage to the front end of the 8, Kevin Bankert.
Too much aggression right now. Too much aggression right now. We're only on lap 7, and the back of the field's already 3 and 4 wide. I mean, we got 60 laps to get to the end of stage 1.
Ryan Smith falling to the back, goes down to the inside, and you see some of these guys at the back just trying to hang out, letting things happen.
I get it, you're not trying not to lose the draft, but meanwhile back at the ranch, Michael Taylor leads this piece now with Nathan Brzezowski in tow. And the outside line just having trouble getting things going here.
Finnegan moving to the outside of that 4. Trying to make something happen here for second place. Outside of Brzezowski. A little bit of help from Travis Gilbert.
There's still 2 and 3 wide back there mid-pack. Meanwhile, Michael Taylor, Nathan Finnegan, and Travis Gilbert. Finnegan going to take a deep dive down to the inside, and Nathan Brzezowski going to start to catch him. Here comes Jacob Smith, though, rocketing to the back bumper of that 3 machine of Travis Gilbert.
Travis Gilbert makes a move up to the outside, kind of shoves Michael Taylor out of the way. Here comes Smith to the bottom. Push that 0-8 back up to the front. Travis Gilbert not going to be able to lead this lap. Michael Taylor gets it by a skosh. Here comes that 4 machine right up on the rear bumper. Some side-by-side, some wide action. Here comes the 06 up on the outside of Justin Bissonette. Got a big push there from that 74. Gets a little bit squirrely coming up off of turn number 2. John Purcell trying to work his way up to the front. Big push, big momentum up on the outside. Guys are just pulling that 33 and 54. Jake Christenberry and Jacob Malone with them on the outside.
It definitely is that. That's number 74 car, Sean Purcell. Got some fans in the YouTube.com live chat. I still don't like 3 wide right now, especially lap number 9 of 113.
But we're going to see 3 wide. We're going to see this type of action as these runs come and go. Drivers are going to want to take them where they can. We're starting to see that outside lane slow down a little bit. 06 going to try to find a hole along with that 74 of Purcell. Quite able to get in. Run here from the 33. Nathan Finnegan now under fire from Jacob Smith for the race lead.
Under fire early and often, Jacob Smith finds his way out to the point. And this has got to be the 5th different lead change already, and we haven't even run, we just now run 10 laps.
Guys trading the lead almost every lap, and that just leads you to believe that blocking at the end of this thing is going to be a moot point. Here comes Finnegan now up to the top side, going to try to take a little bit of help from Gilbert. They're going to get side by side for the race lead. That outside lane looking pretty stout.
Yeah, again, this is going to be a tug of war. Which lane's going to be better at what times? Now, once we start getting to that pit stop, then we're going to start seeing these guys make one long chain and just dive down to the inside line and get ready for going in pits. But you gotta wonder, some of these guys are gonna have to start making deals. Who's gonna go in with who?
Gonna look at the back of the field here. All 34 drivers in this lead pack, Hanover Fist tailing it at this point. A long single file line. They're back here, Goggles Paisano. And Cochran also back here as well. A lot of drivers back here that we expect to be doing pretty well. Kind of hanging out. Waiting in the wind for something to happen in front of them.
Well, there's the back end. There's the front of the field. Nathan Finnegan, Travis Gilbert, Anthony Tizio. So far, your top three. Tires don't matter too much here, so it's going to be, if you're fitting under green, it's going to be fuel only.
Absolutely is. Here comes a move. Tizio looked to the top of 3 wide, now moves back in behind Gilbert. Gilbert going to take the race lead from Finnegan. Get another lead change happening here. Early on as Tizio tries to move down to the bottom. Bankert moves through the middle. He's got that dented front end, and now he is leading a lane. Not sure how well that's going to work for him.
Well, I mean, it's not going to work for him at all. He's going to be a pretty good pusher, but as a pushy, I don't know. I don't like it right now in that 8-car. Kevin Bankert losing ground in a hurry. Zachary King in that number 47 car. He's only going to be content riding behind that dented bumper so long.
Already all over that rear bumper, trying to find a way around, maybe shove him out of the way a little bit, but he knows that the speed is not there, not the way he wants it to. Continues to shove that back bumper of the 8, trying to push him, trying to fireball him back up to the front of this field with that dented front end. Might not have enough air or get-go with the aerodynamics of that thing.
As they come off turn number 2. Now the back straightaway, getting off that banking is where that car gets really, really light. So, in the race, you don't really want to push the guy in front of you into the corner. So you kind of want to back off, let that radiator breathe. As Travis Gilbert continues to lead here. And we're seeing, as we continue to watch the 8-car of Kevin Baker, he is struggling right now.
Trying to get everything he can up on that outside. Losing the help. There's only 5 guys up there. Looks like that 47 is looking way around.
If he can only have some help there and make another line, he might have to go 3 wide or force that 8-car into the sucker hole.
Not a lot of momentum to make anything wide as that inside lane single file out through about the top 7. And Bankert trying to fight for 8th now as the 55 moves down to his inside. Big pushes here, a little bit loose there coming up off of turn 4. A push from Zachary King in that 47.
It definitely is. We are working lap 15 of 60 here in stage number 1. Travis Gilbert, though, he is just riding out there in the top spot, enjoying the view out of his front windshield for now. And
there goes Zachary King down to the bottom. He's going to leave that 8-car all on his lonesome. Up now is the 92 up on the outside. Corey Powell.
Yeah, unfortunately, I hate that for the 8-car, but he's going to continue to fall backwards, and his only chance now is to find a hole. Hope someone makes room for him, or hopefully he's got a teammate.
Over Fist in the 69 has lost the draft. Got Tompkins in the 45, now tailing back 30. The lead draft, although about 4.5 seconds behind your rate leader, is everybody while now back. Travis Gilbert holding on to the lead. Izio and is Kyle Diaz up 29 spots from when he started this.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we are one single file back. And I believe there's a pit stop built into this stage.
Yes, most definitely there. Guys will probably be coming in right around that 35 mark. Guys came in, topped off there on that first caution. They'll run a little bit long. King now shuffled up to the outside. Not sure if he tried to make a move happen. Got pushed wide, but not moving the right direction here for that 47.
And there's the 47 car, as you mentioned, Zachary King shoved to the outside line. It looks like Jason Bissonette was right behind him. He's gonna bail. That's the last thing you want to do here at a track like Talladega, is to lose that draft.
A little bit of separation now between themselves and this pack up in front of them. They want that. Try to lock back in line, try to close back, and start seeing green flag pit stops. You find those guys pulling away.
No.
Tough track to make up time on tops, but to lose time here. Now you see a move coming up to the top. Zachary King, he's got help there from Barry. One of them moved up in front of him, the 74. John Purcell trying to get a little bit of momentum moving up on the top side.
There, oh, look at that bump. That's beautiful. That bump.
Back up to the top, but again, I'm not sure that he's the guy that you want to lead this lane.
No, I think right now the 8 car of Kevin Binker just trying to ride out these last 40 laps and get that stage, get that damage fixed up, and hopefully he can be there in stage 2.
I don't know if he knows he's damaged. Oh, they're starting to get a little bit of momentum here. Back up on the end.
Well, it's the field continues to play snake at 190 miles an hour. We want to tell you about a race that's coming up on May 16th. Liam, the Old Glory 500 is just 4 weeks away.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute blast. I can't wait. Indy cars, Indianapolis, May 16th on Sim Racing Media. Fastest 33 drivers will start the race. Winner receives $100. Winner receives $100. Second place is Ancient World Gaming jumped on to sponsor this. Guys really try to get around that 8 of Kevin Bankert. Ancient World Gaming has jumped on as a sponsor to give $50 to the halfway leader and $50 to the hardest charger of them. Also got Red Line Racing sponsoring the entry fees for top 10 finishers. Their entry back, along with the prize pool top 3. Looking for more sponsors as well to increase that prize pool. Be sure to sign up. Hit us up on Facebook. I think we should have the link in the description here. If not, we'll put it right in there. finally able to get that 8 car behind, and now to the bottom of the racetrack goes the 74. Zachary King as Patrick Colby trying to push him. Not much hay being made up on the outside right now.
Not a whole lot of hay right now. Is that 8 car Kevin Baker doing pretty good hanging tight with the 28 of Patrick Colby. However, these guys are going to be start thinking about pit stops here. I would say in the next 18 laps.
Definitely going to be looking at pit stops soon. Running mostly single file. You still see a couple of them up on the outside. Barry trying to pull forward. Now running in 13. Big push. Alone, and now Zachary King trying to push top side. They get side by side with McNeil. They're running 11th. Brzezowski just run in 10th. Trying to get a little bit more health on this outside lane.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of people venturing to the outside. A lot of the guys are anticipating pit stops coming up soon. Ryan Petty gonna go out there and make a run on the outside. He's gonna
Travis Gilbert from the lead. He's coming in this time.
There you have it. There you have it.
Slides in. He's going to get down to speed. Kyle Diaz takes over the race lead. Nathan Finnegan behind him. They're pitting this early. They might be looking at 2 stops here.
I could see that.
There's coming in this time around. We've got more pit stops. We're on lap 25. A lot of guys coming into the pits this time around. Everybody going to be able to get down in time. No, Bentley Glazer goes around with Kevin Bankert.
No.
And around goes Jacob Smith, Scott Tompkins, Matt Everett. My goodness, what calamity we see here on the pit entry. Numerous cars.
Let's stay green, though.
Hey, green. Kind of shocked with that 36 spinning on. I expected that to be something to bring out a caution flag, but if we could take a look at what happened there in moments after this next set of pits. Drivers coming in this time. A bump there from Shane Cochran, Adam Ball.
Wow, what a turn of events.
Murray and Malone lead a pack by about a second. Guys coming in to make pit stops. Yeah, Alan, it's looking like we're going to need to make a second stop here with top 2 stay out. Brzezowski comes in. 48 comes in. Well, John McNeil.
At 28, we got just about 30 to go. Kevin Banker calling it tonight, winning the race of the beer stand, it looks like.
Not a good showing there for 8 machine. Bentley Glazer getting extended damage repairs. You see the smoke coming off of that thing. Likely day over for him. Matt Everett, I believe, going to be out of this race as well. Powell, I believe, made some contact. Here comes the rest of the field in. John McNeil just coming up off of the pit lane. Zach Lockett, Chris Mackey, but here comes Michael Taylor with a full head of steam. A couple of guys helping him up on the outside. Here comes Patrick Colby into the middle. Oh, problems! Kyle Diaz,
no.
John McNeil up in the air.
And we are cautioned for the first time for cause here at Talladega.
Caution out here for the second time. Let's first take a look at what happened with Kevin Bankert and Bentley Glazer. Oh my God. Trying to pit from the top side. I don't know how that wasn't a yellow, but have to kind of accept point. Missed your exit or you missed the pits. Can't just stop in the middle of the track and affect everyone. Tough break. Bentley Glazer. Not sure what happened there. It glitched out a bit. Guys get sideways, get hill, and job of avoidance. Everyone behind, but
Looks like Diaz is going to live to try it another day.
look like anything day-ending. John McNeil, Kyle Diaz, for that matter, but we'll have to keep an eye on those guys. They might have some damage that they're not going to be able to repair. A lot of guys making pit stops coming up in here to top off once again. How to make.
I think some people can.
Caution out for just the second time here. 29 laps complete. Talladega. Some of those drivers who were caught up in that pit entry incident chance to get done. See if we get another couple of angles happen there. There.
Bless
Been
your-
allergy season, and well, I've been getting got. Benadryl has been one of my best and worst friends.
Makes you sleepy, and
It does. I was struggling the other week. Wednesday night we were going to show. I was struggling there.
maybe we'll get Claritin on as a sponsor. Are you seasonal or just all year round?
It's just seasonal. It's the pollen. Now that everything's growing just outside my window, I'm feeling. Here's Matt Everett's. Tompkins kind of going around, just know that. Not sure what the nut had going. That destroyed the toe of that 5 machine. Heavy, heavy damage. A lot of drivers acknowledging what we saw, that it didn't bring out the caution, but caused those issues on the pit lane. Like, almost everybody else is aware that that's not something.
No.
But how once before and criticized him for years because
I've tried that a couple of times, and well, it typically doesn't work out in their favor.
Oh, whoa, what do we got going on here? Big problem. Dominic Tizio's around. The 93
Oh, no.
of Zach Lockett. What in the world are we doing? Michael Taylor. Goggles Paisano comes to a stop. What in the world just happened?
Someone had a hardware failure.
Whoever it was to the side of Michael Taylor. That wheel failure. Go?
It looks like it.
Tizio has an equipment failure, and it just snapped. Damage now to that 20 machine.
Liam, update from the number 20 car was a wheel failure on the 20. Dominic Tizio with the massive wheel failure, and well, we're back to re-racking and restacking these guys. Under the second caution of the evening.
Gonna have some damaged cars after that. I think some guys came in, got some repairs taken care of, got their cars looked at. 29 drivers still on the lead lap. 32 complete, lap 33. Where we will restart. Second caution of the race. Into the Geico restart zone. This time it's the United Rentals restart zone. Green flag is in the air. Phenomenal start there from Cody. Going to be able to get out to a couple of car length lead. Ryan Patty falls in behind, and most everybody jumping back down to that inside lane.
Yeah, Dominic Tizio bringing up that third position, and he's got his rocket Zach Lockett right behind him in that number 93 car. They are single file down the back straightaway. And you got that outside line there with Anthony Tizio. And the 47 car, Zachary King right behind him.
Zach's a guy that you know is going to be fast. He's going to want to work his way up to the front, right on the rear bumper of that 15 machine. Here comes Ryan Patty to the top for the race lead.
And gives the race lead to Ryan Petty. Flying Ryan, as we call him here, in that 30 car.
New one, Flying Ryan. There's a 3 wide now for second. Travis Gilbert up on the top. Big push from Jacob Malone. Zachary King, the meat in the middle of the sandwich, trying to get help from Nathan Finnegan. That middle, the sucker hole, not really doing a whole heck of a lot. Big time shifting all around. 3 wide. Here comes Malone to the inside. He's got help from Jacob Smith. Side by side for the race lead now as Gilbert moves down, trying to pinch him. Otto up to the top of the racetrack.
Oh, we got a battle for the lead brewing right here. It's going to be Gilbert Malone. Colby going to give Gilbert a shove. That's going to take him out. Not only propel Gilbert out to the lead, but it's going to propel Colby to second and Jacob King to third. Nathan Finnegan says, I went in on the action. Liam, there is more.
I believe, trying to figure out if he's got damage, but it doesn't look like it got damage. Or, the off chance that he else is listening, be able to relay that message over.
Right now, there's more action in a Waffle House at 3 a.m.
Buddy, you're going to the wrong Waffle Houses.
Hey, everybody likes the Waffle House reference.
It's. Speaking of awesome, an awesome recovery here for Scott Tompkins. He went around to bring out that first caution of the race on the second lap of the day. He also went around, he'll try to check up for that big crash that happened on pit entry. Now finds himself up in the top 5, right behind Zachary King. Now moving to the bottom to get behind Brian Smith in an aggressive move. Getting a push now from Patrick Colby in that Red Bull machine. Once again, up to the top of the racetrack goes Paisano. Goggles seeing pretty good out of the front of that thing, and Bill decides that it's time for him to get away from it.
He's going to fall back in the line. He's looking to get behind that 9 car, Chris Mackey. Here on lap 36 of 60 here in stage number 1. There we are. We are on board with Goggles, Paisano.
And I tell you what, Alan, this is generally a strategy that I have always liked. You know, I like to sit right in this spot, up on the outside, getting myself some good draft, but I can see everything. I can see almost every car that you're racing, or that is racing in front of you. You can see who's doing what. A little bit tougher on the straightaways, but you can always tell when that puff of smoke happens that it's time to check up.
Yeah,
I've always felt comfortable in this position because if the big one happens, there's nobody behind me, which in this case, there's only Jeff Dillon behind the 84, so should be feeling pretty good. If the big one happens, I've got plenty of time to just check up, let it fall down in front of me, and get around it.
Yeah, definitely. We are working lap 37, 36 laps in the history books as Liam sneezes and makes his nose run 100 miles an hour. Goggles Paisano doing the same thing as he's going by Dominic Tizio in the 20 car.
Oh, trouble. Big trouble. Sideways is Tizio. Not big trouble. What a save. Oh, and around goes Jacob Malone.
No caution.
Still green, but a major spread to this pack now.
And no caution, Travis Gilbert still leading that line. And what about our buddy Shane Cochran? Just one spot down from where he started from, make it 2 spots.
Malone just got up out of the apron and oh, it was a 47, got into the back. Like Ant tries to fill a hole that's not there. The Tizo designs machine sideways. Does a great job of saving it. Unfortunately, 54 of Malone going to go around trying to keep checked up.
That's a driver that doesn't panic.
Theo and King trying to work back together to get to the front of this pack. This is not what you want to do if you're trying to chase down the race leaders. 5 seconds back, you want to try to get in line. You want to push in line here. Zach King's going to look like he was going to try to get down. How everybody gets in line here. This is what you got to do. Get everybody in line. You've got this lead pack running side by side here a ton. Get everybody in line. You're going to be able to close in. Got a ton of time left in this stage. 20 laps when they come across the start-finish line. We have some guys that are going to be making pit stops.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, when they come after that stage break, they're going to put 4 Dr. Feelgoods on there. In a big old take a go fast.
Losing time to the race lead here as these guys running side by side. Travis Gilbert trying to make something happen here up on the top side. He's got pushing coming from Nathan Brzezowski. Gilbert up on the top side of the racetrack. Momentum, big time.
Yeah, high above the racing surface in the drone. Nathan Finnegan, though, is your race leader.
Starting to close in on that race lead now. It's side by side here for second place. Gilbert gets blocked there by Finnegan. Side by side for the race lead. They're coming up on lap traffic. Have to give way, be courteous here. Side by side for the race lead. Tilt down and out of the way. Finnegan, big push here from Travis Gilbert. Brzezowski going to try to get clear up on the top side. The bottom of the racetrack goes the 6 and the 3. Back up goes the 3. Travis Gilbert going to try to take away the race lead. Guys running side by side. This is prime opportunity for these guys to try to take advantage. Izio all the way up to the top. Some more separation in this group. Slowing them down. Brzezowski now to the inside. Try to take away the race lead.
Yeah, look at Gilbert, though. He's on the outside of Brzezowski. And he's got that. Who's on that outside line other than, well, it looks like Charlie Widener up there instead.
Charlie Widener up in the 95, working his way up to the front of this field. Just a sense of how fast these cars are going. Nathan Brzezowski leads over Nathan Finnegan. Now Brian Smith and Scott Tompkins. Single file trying to get a little bit of separation here. And Christenberry trying to follow up with them as now Travis Gilbert getting another run up on the top side.
And Nathan Brzezowski out front leading the speeds. Here comes the 9 car, Chris Mackey. He's got to run on the outside. And he's got the help from the former Shane Cochran. Shane Cochran making some moves here as we got a little under 15 laps to go in stage number 1.
Coming to 15 laps to go in the first stage. The second stage will be a quick one, only 15 laps, and then the third, 28 laps. Might need one pit stop in the finals. I'll see.
Nathan Brzezowski continuing to lead here. Travis Gilbert. Oh, there's Michael Taylor. He's leading. Oh, look at them beautiful pushes.
Guys really trying to get some momentum going, but they are not making the hay that they need to. 190 on corner entry. Need a little bit more speed as car going to move up, try to get some more air on his nose, and then get right back to pushing. Back driving away.
Hey, this package drove away and left that second pack in the dust. Nathan Finnegan all over Brzezowski though. And guess who's up there? Last week's winner, Brian Smith. Maybe Brzezowski breaks through and with 14 laps to go on the stage, and well, the 77 car won today in the real world, so
Yeah, it's certainly possible here. Malone going a lap down in the 54, going to try to catch on and stay with this pack. Pass if you can get around that 0.6. Annette, who
definitely Brzezowski. Here comes Charlie Widener though. And Liam, I gotta believe that he learned a little bit of something on Tuesday night when the Western States Racing area went to Talladega with the trucks.
Yeah, definitely making some stuff happen here up on the outside. Gonna lead this lap by about half a car length as the inside lane starting to fall apart once again. Side by side for the lead. Finnegan trying to get to the back of Brzezowski.
Cody Eldred up there in the front. Here comes Patrick Colby. We got new players.
John Purcell in third place now.
I'm not gonna mention his name. I don't want to invoke the curse. I want to say is Luke who's in fifth.
Inside goes Patrick Colby all by himself, though. No help. Here comes Brzezowski to the outside. Well, if he was, or sorry, that's Sean Purcell, rather. I'm not sure he was trying to make that move. Pushes from 45, got his car a little bit upset. Out of the bottom of the racetrack goes the 74. Widener gives him the lane. Wade Cochran going to try to pull up. Oh, a little bit of contact there, getting that 47, or 74 rather, Sean Purcell. A little bit sideways from the lead.
Just don't know. Here comes, I gotta say it, Shay Cochran, who's now up to fourth.
They're doing a phenomenal job here in that 86 Michigan at Talladega, trying to push that 95 to the lead. He's got him in the lead. Is he going to be able to get himself clear? Been able to get clear down to the inside if he wants it. Corey Powell in the 92. Find his way clear to the bottom. He's up the racetrack now as no off the racetrack, get out of the way. Here comes Shane Cochran down to the bottom, trying to take over the race lead. He's got help from Corey Powell, Jacob Malone, the lap machine, trying to get his lap back the hard way.
Shane Cochran leading this piece for the first time, and laps led for the first time all season coming to the trial bowl. Shane Cochran going to lead his first laps here in Icon.
9 laps to go here in stage number 1.
Shane Cochran knows this race is far from over, as we have 9 laps to go here in stage 1. On our way to 113 laps. We got the Tizios right in front of this group.
Side by side up on the top. That's not very clever.
They're gonna do whatever's clever. They're gonna bunch up the field.
Yeah, Widener had to check up. Guys coming in to make pit stops here before the stage end. When do these leaders come in starting to pit? 84 in this time. Taylor, Jacob Smith, almost that whole second pack comes in.
8 laps to go.
Everybody gets in. Okay.
I was to say 8 laps to go. Shane Cochran's 8 laps away from winning his first staging icon. I'm sorry, I'm a little biased right now.
Nick's gonna come in.
I don't think not before the end of the stage. I think he's gonna ride it out.
He's coming in.
Oh, okay. And did he announce it? Yes, he did. Easy, Shane. Easy, 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 easy. Don't lock it up. Don't lock it up. Don't lock it up. Oh.
I think Shane's gonna be all right. Corey Powell.
Yeah.
Gonna be got for speeding. Dowski gonna stay out to take over the lead. Or not on the lead lap. Now he's going back 1 lap down. And losing that free pass position to the 06 of Justin Bissonette. Is coming into pit from this lead pack now. Shane Cochran wins the race off pit road. However, he's got himself a bit of a gap that he might not want. About half a second, and these guys with the draft are closing in on him quick. Going to stay in line with him, or are they going to try to move out to pass him up? The racetrack goes Brian Smith. He's got Christian Berry. He's got Finnegan, and he's got Patrick Colby. Tell you what, dude, Christian Berry sounds like a red.
It does. I was just thinking that. 6 to go, half a dozen here in stage number 1.
Where these guys end up blending out compared to the rest of the field. They're already at 155, but 190 coming up on their outside here with Brian Smith. Try to find whatever way they can stay with this lead group, and it looks like they're going to be able to there on the bottom. Cochran stuck all on his lonesome, on his own up on the outside. Now he's going to get shuffled out by Brzezowski, Eldred, and Malone. A 5 to go here in stage number 1.
Yeah, I mean, 5 phalanges, 5 laps to go. Here in stage number 1, Brian Smith out to the point, Christenberry, Finnegan, Colby, Eldred, Brzezowski. You can put all those cars under the blanket.
Now we got Brian the Missile Smith out front. 8 car breakaway. 7 of them are on the lead lap. Jacob Malone trying to hold on to this position here. Knows that if he can get back onto the lead lap. Meanwhile, Justin Bissonette out here with the Tizios. He's going to try to make it to the end here. He came in on lap 40. Michael Taylor slow down on the inside. Running out of fuel.
Oh, no. I think he is. He is. He's out of fuel.
Michael Taylor runs it out of fuel here.
He's trying to coast.
That 08 down on the inside, and if he can't bring the car back, they might have to early end the stage. Ryan Smith leads over Jake Christenberry. We've still got 24 on the lead lap. Side by side now, try to get feisty for the race lead here with 3 laps in the stage. Here comes Colby up on the outside. He's got help. Jacob Malone. Malone, remember, is a lap down. He's trying to get his lap back the hard way. If he can finish this stage up in front of the 78 or whoever wins it, going to be able to come back around and pit on time with everybody else. Takes the free pass. Have to wait to pit and restart from the tail end. Again, up to the outside now. Not a lot of help there. Cars on the bottom. Barry is pushing the absolute everything out of the back bumper of that 78. Here comes Colby up on the outside, trying to push Finnegan. By side for the race lead here, coming up off of turn number 4. Going to be 1 lap to go in stage number 1. Advantage to the outside. Nathan Finnegan got it by a car length now. He can move down if he wants to. That's such a good push from Colby. I don't think he's going to want to give that up. Christenberry moves to the inside. It's going to be 3 wide here as Brian Smith is going to get hung out to dry. Here comes Colby up to the outside. He's got a push from Malone. Remember, Malone really wants to try to get this lap back the hard way. Coming down the back straightaway, side by side for 3rd. Side by side for 4th. Here comes Malone down to the inside. He's going to have help from Jake Christenberry. Brzezowski's going to go with him. Jake Christenberry going to take over the race lead. And can he push his Toyota teammate to the lead lap? Coming through turns 3 and 4. Here comes Jake Christenberry. Up the racetrack goes Cody Eldred. Christenberry all over. Big contact there. Around's going to go Shane Cochran. Caution's going to come out. Brian Smith involved as well. Jake Christenberry wins stage number 1 over Nathan Brzezowski and Patrick Colby. Jacob Malone be able to get back onto the lead lap. Caution out here for the 3rd time today. What happened to Shane Cochran in this stage. Oh man, Smith got into Eldred, put him down into the 86.
Wow. Shane Cochran after leading laps here at Talladega. There it is. Oh.
Eldred got the wall pretty good there too. Well, stage 1 is complete. We're going to go ahead and step side by side. We'll be right back with more incredible action here through stage.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Back live here at Talladega, ready for stage number 2. Ryan Patty, Charlie Widener, Zachary King, Jake Christenberry, and Nathan Finnegan going to run top 5. Plays Patrick Colby, then Mike Grinnell, Jacob Smith, Travis Gilbert, and Goggles Paisano, rounding out your top 10. Drivers coming in here, just topping off, and some other things looked at. It'll be a quick stage number 2. Over 20 laps when we get the green flag. Green flag back in the air. Ryan Patty leads him down for stage number 2.
And look at Charlie Widener out to the outside with Ryan Patty on the inside. Some old school, some OGs of the Icon League getting after it here in the second stage.
Patty and Widener side by side for the lead as here comes Christenberry. Gonna look a little bit further back. A lot of guys single filed out here after that most recent restart. John Purcell unfortunately lost at the draft, wasn't able to get close enough on that initial start. John McNeil coming into the pits, he's got a meatball. Brian Smith coming into the pits, he's got a black flag. I believe.
Oh,
that collision there.
John McNeil may have gotten after speeding.
Meanwhile, still side by side for the race lead here.
Yeah, they're going to drag race. We're going to lap 85, 65 laps in the books, 64 laps in the history books, I should say.
Twenty laps to go when they cross the stripe here in stage number 2. Ends on lap 85. Widener out to the lead this time around. And take a look at our lap leaders for the day. It's a long list. Travis Gilbert has led the most. Charlie Widener's been out front. Nathan Kowski, Curry, Finnegan, Eldred, Smith, Taylor, Patty, Cochran, Smith, Fizio, and Diaz all have led laps. Okay. Recap so far, we've had 11 lead changes. Currently in the lead is Charlie Widener in that number 95. It's a big move down to the bottom from Finnegan. We're trying to take over this race lead. This pack grows ever so much more in size. We've got the entire top 23 within a second and a quarter of each other.
Not surprising to see that there, as we definitely got some movers and shakers in the field here. And I mean, there's our boys, Shane Cochran, just hanging out there. 26 car staying out of trouble.
Try to stay out of trouble. Knows he's got another caution coming his way. Widener continues to lead. Here comes Scott Tompkins up on the outside. Trying to make hay in that third lane. So far, so good. Push from the Rocket, Zach Lockett. Kona winner at the beginning of this season. They go 2 for 2 on these 1.5 mile plus super speedways.
I mean, everybody's just kind of being even keel right now. So we know we got, you know, less than 20 laps to get to stage number, into the end of stage number 2.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing some aggressive moves, but we're not seeing anything that's outrageously crazy that's causing any sort of jam ups or check ups or anything of that sort. These guys are as tame as they can be with less than laps to go in the race.
As tame as they can be.
Continues to lead. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with the discipline of that middle line to stay together as long as they have. Anybody really jump down, put out a line, and that's where you can really see that speed, Alan. That train type of race so often. There goes Zach Lockett down to the bottom. Gonna make a little trade there as that goes up to the top side. Now 3 wide as Jacob Malone gets shuffled out. Just as we say that, everybody starts shuffling up once again, making quiet action.
Okay. just be, yeah. Be careful, Zach. Before you give the brutes a heart attack.
Jeff Dillon up 26 spots. Zachary King up 23. 22 for Chris Mackey. Charlie Widener up 19 in the race lead. And Patrick Colby up 14 from where he started. A lot of guys who started at the back are now at the front of this field. The guy's getting some damage repairs in the pits too. Scott Tompkins has spent the most time getting damage repairs with 3.5 minutes. John McNeil with 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Adam Ball, Sean Purcell all taking up 2 minutes. Lowski, Powell, Cochran, Diaz, Mackey, and Eldred all taking over 1 minute. While we haven't seen the big one yet today, we have seen numerous drivers have to come in and get damage repaired. A lot of that to do with that first lap spin. Had the John McNeil crash and Kevin Banker and the Glazer controversy that happened getting into the pits. Side by side for the race lead once again. Finnegan pulling up next to Charlie Widener, but doesn't have a lot of help until now. Here comes Travis Gilbert on the bottom at 3. One of the strongest cars of the race all day long as these guys putting Brian the Mist 5th 1 lap down.
As we're now 3 wide, Brian Smith on the outside. And Charlie Widener all over the back bumper of that 6 car Nathan Finnegan.
Almost a little bit of problem there as these guys tried to work their way around Smith. Dowski and Mackey made a little bit of contact through the middle of turns 1 and 2. Able to move forward as here comes Travis Gilbert now to the bottom. He's got a push from Ryan Patty. Travis Gilbert for Gone Ron Racing. Electric City Racing here in 2nd place, Ryan Patty. Oh man, Patrick Colby got a little bit sideways there. Jeff Dillon had to move up, and a lot of guys had to react back there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Travis Gilbert back out to the front. He's a force to be reckoned with here today.
Really is. He's led the most laps so far, back out in the front of this field. Got Ryan Patty with him. That 30 has been a phenomenal pusher all day. Up the racetrack goes Charlie Widener. He's going to lose a ton of position. All the way to the back after leading just a few laps ago. Took him 1 lap to go from top 5 to 22nd.
Oh, wow. I mean, we only got, what, 12 to go left here in stage number 2?
We're at the halfway point in stage number 2.
And we're beyond halfway in the race.
Yeah. These guys should be able to make it to the end of this stage without making a pit stop. I think the 2nd stage, about the same. Pulling around towards the middle to the back of the pack here. Zachary King in the middle of it. Wide racing here through the tri-oval, just outside the top 10. Mackey with a big push there from Jacob Malone in the 54, trying to make some hay up on the outside.
Travis Gilbert, I like him out front. Here comes Nathan Finnegan trying to get an eye line working. And I wonder if that's Shane Cochran that's no, it's Dominic Tizio there in the 20 car. Shane Cochran up in 23rd spot.
I think he's just kind of waiting for the stage end here. Quite get the start he wanted. Maybe waiting for caution. But next guaranteed one is at the cars up on the top side. One John McNeil, and I believe on 74 of Sean Purcell. And right up in front of Chris Mackey. Nowhere for that 9. 95 and 33 to go. Oh, trouble! Desio goes around. Chris Mackey involved.
That's our fourth caution.
Big damage there for the number 9. Anthony Tizio, the first one to get sideways right into Chris Mackey. Off the front bumper of the 95.
Ugh.
Guys trying to move down. Five just tags to 15, sends him up the racetrack, and nowhere for the 9 to go. Just get pancake. Oh. Unable to get back up this pack. Got some massive right front damage, though. We'll see that repaired. Timely fashion or lap down.
Stops are underway there for Chris Mackey, Charlie Widener. The front half of the field going to stay out. They don't see the need to come in. So I think this is the caution that Shane Cochran is actually looking for.
Very well could have been. Travis Gilbert going to stay out here. 8 laps to go in the stage. This will Brian Smith lap back. Put us at 25 drivers on the lead lap. Damage there for that number 9. Gonna have to extended time there.
Definitely not the way he wanted the second stage to go.
Travis Gilbert. This race, he's led a lot so far. He out front the last one. Alan, we know racing at a track like Talladega is going to have its pros and cons. What are your favorite things?
Some of my favorite things is finding your friends. You spend the first third of this race trying to figure out who you can work with, right? So right now on the track, looking right now, Ryan, flying Ryan Petty, he's one of those guys that you can work with. Jacob Smith will make you feel safe. Travis Gilbert, he'll get you to the front. in the least favorite things is all the cautions. It just takes so long to get around here under yellow.
That is a fair point. These guys just minutes and seconds, about 3 times as long as they could.
But nonetheless, here we are, under caution. But the lights are out on the Iracing.com pace truck.
It's only the 4th caution we've seen of the day.
Yeah, they're not doing horrible.
I mean, these guys are doing great. I mean, those aggressive moves and how the season started. It's a lot of yellows. Putting together a good string of good and clean, fun race. On Cup Series. Showing what we've all known all along. Some of the best talent that you find on iRacing. Getting it done here nights.
Yeah, definitely is. As at the beginning of the season, the pace car driver had more laps led than the field.
Lap leader, though, Travis Gilbert, he's going to lead his 30th lap of the race when they take the green flag. Gotta say, that's a pretty dominant performance here. After 78 laps complete, 79. That's under 40%, I believe, laps on it. Gilbert has been out front, so one that he's really going to be feeling good about. More than likely expect to come home with a win here. Before we come to the checkered flag, we've got a green and white checkered flag coming our way in about 6 laps. Green flag in the air, and oh my goodness, a little bit of rubbing there. Ryan Patty and Travis Gilbert almost sliding up into the wall.
Robbins Racing.
I don't know, man. That be a little sketchy at a spot like that. Travis Gilbert driving away. Jacob Smith pushing him hard. Zach Lockett had Jacob Malone right behind him, and now Malone moves up to the outside. Going to try to lead that lane in front of Ryan Patty. Alan mentioned how good of a pusher that 30 is going to be. Malone going to try to move his way up to the race lead after being a lap down earlier in this race.
Yeah, now you got the inside line overpowering that outside line. The outside line being led by the Rocket, Zach Lockett here. He has put him in position right now. 5 laps to go, coming up in stage number 2.
Gilbert moves up to the outside, going to be able to take that momentum. Smith now has Zach Lockett right behind him. We'll see if those guys can hook up and try to make something happen. Justin Bissonette trying to work his way back up here as well. He's currently being shown in the 9th position. Up to the top of the racetrack goes Jacob Malone, but no help. Ryan Patty moves down to the bottom. So does the 55. Patty going to take over the race lead on the bottom 3 wide. Here comes the 55 rather of Grinnell being pushed by the 4. Jacob Smith, who moves up to the top side of the racetrack. Travis Gilbert moves to the bottom. Coming up 4 laps to go. They're side by side for 3rd. They're side by side for 5th. Here comes the 06 trying to give a push to that 93. Jacob Malone falling back into the clutches of the rest of the pack as Patrick Colby now goes side by side for 2nd. Ryan Patty moves up the racetrack, makes a big block. Here comes Jacob Smith to the top side. Zach Lockett moves up to go with Smith. Chris Camburn gets loose up on the outside. Camburn trying to fight for the free pass position over Sean Purcell, who's also at the tail end of this pack. Guys racing hard for a different race completely. Camburn gets a big shove there from Zachary King. Ryan Patty still holds on to this race lead with a huge shove from Mike Grinnell. And here comes Travis Gilbert getting clear in the 3rd place. Nathan Finnegan getting clear up into 4th. And Scott Tompkins into 5th. 5 drivers lined up. The rest of the pack snarling like a swarm of bees. 4 laps to go. 3 laps to go.
3 laps to go here in stage number 2. Working our way through lap 82 laps in the history books. It is go time. It's put up or shut up for the end of this stage. Travis Gilbert currently running third. Mike Riddell having the best run of his season so far. And Ryan Patty, flying Ryan out in front, leading this piece.
Nathan Finnegan moved up. Scott Tompkins might have moved up just before him, but Finnegan moves up at the perfect time. Here comes Travis Gilbert to try to take that run away. He gets side by side for second. Got a good run. Here's Patty, moves up to try to block. Finnegan moves up to try to follow the 3. Scott Tompkins leaves enough space for them to both get back down. Travis Gilbert gonna lead with 2 laps to go in stage number 2 as Finnegan moves down to the bottom. He's got help from Tompkins. Lockett moves up to behind the 3, and Jacob Smith moves down to the bottom.
Yeah, definitely here. 2 laps to go here in stage number 2. Lap 84, 83 in the history books. Working our way to lap 113.
Oh, that's going to be sketchy there as Smith looked out of the inside of Tompkins. Tompkins now to the inside for the race lead. 3 wide for the lead. Travis Gilbert getting shuffled out to dry. Scott Tompkins. A huge push there from Jacob Smith. Nathan Finnegan has Ryan Patty pushing him. Everybody's got to be getting hot, but there's 1 lap to go here in stage number 2. Who's going to come home and get the green and white checkers? Nathan Finnegan, Scott Tompkins, your top 2.
Here they come. It's going to be a drag race. Nathan Finnegan, Scott Tompkins. Tompkins got Jacob Smith right behind him. We got a lap car, John McNeil up there on the high side. Nathan Finnegan's got Ryan Patty behind him. They're going to shuffle. Here comes the 06 car. Wow, Ryan Patty.
Patty moves down to the bottom. Finnegan moves down to block. Colby up in the 06. Rather, that's Justin Bissonette with Colby pushing him up on the top side. Here comes a move. Down to the inside. Smith has to let up out of it, but Nathan Finnegan with a push from Patty. Patty moves up to the outside. Gonna try to side draft him. Gonna try to sneak one. He's gonna get the stage win. Caution is out. They're banging off each other. Don't wreck. Phenomenal.
Stage.
Oh, man, there's Brzezowski down to the inside. They might have had a little bit of an incident. But phenomenal stuff there to end the stage. Take a look at what happened to put Brzezowski through the grass. Oh, yeah, a little contact there with the 33, but Brzezowski's going to be able to save it. Bounces it a little bit, spins it back up the track. Off that inside wall, and looked like it hurt his car very much at all. Ryan Patty wins the stage over Nathan Finnegan, Scott Tompkins, and Jacob Smith. 4th, Justin Bissonette 5th. Zach Lockett, Patrick Colby, Jacob Malone, Zachary King, and Mike Grinnell. Gonna step aside once again for this stage break, and we'll be back. Final stage here in Talladega.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Back live here at Talladega. It stops taking place. Tires for Ryan Patty, Zachary King, Jake Christenberry gain a few spots by taking fuel only. Colby and Gilbert Finnegan take 4 and goes back to 6. All gains of only. 4 tires. Tires for Bennett and Anthony. Back up into the top 10. Down. Up. Zach Lockett, Jacob Malone, Nathan Brzezowski, and Brian Smith all took tires. 4. All but the last. Would be coming to 1 to green, this time by 25 laps to go. Talladega entered the final stage. This is a window. This is where things get even more aggressive than we have seen yet today. Pushes are about to get bigger. The runs are about to be stronger. You know what? The hits are going to be harder. Talladega is all about 33 degrees of banking, running around at 190 miles an hour, closer than care to park. This is the biggest and baddest super speedway in all of racing.
Well, here we go.
Ryan Patty, half a lap, gain his thoughts, try to collect his composure, goes hard for 24, hopefully. Will not yet see a big one. Kind of hoping we stay away from it, but it is, of course, a talking point we're going to be having as we get closer to the end. More and more aggressive. Or
Oh. It's scoring him in third.
Finnegan did come out of the pits in. A lot of guys single file there, getting some more damage repairs. Some guys maybe coming in to top off. 24 laps to go. Truck makes that hard left turn once again. Pulling up into the United Rentals restart zone. Ryan Patty has the field in hand, and he hits the loud pedal, driving away. Zachary King going to try to get back in line. No, he's going to stay to the outside as he's got Travis Gilbert closing in on his back bumper. Bit of door banging potentially for third place is now Patrick Colby. Pushes his nose to the rear end of the 30. Off of turn number 2, already at 180 miles per hour.
And here we go. Travis Gilbert looking his way to the inside. Adam Ball licking his chops to get up to the lead. We still got a long way to go. We got 24 laps to do this.
Well, Matt Everett, I tell you what, Matt, I see you're out of the race, but we could get you up in the care center. We can pull you up into the interview. Some of these shout outs as well as shouting out to mid parts. I'm going to jump up into the care center. Get you up into the booth and talk with you about your race and hope it helps you get it done. Apologize if drivers have jumped. Had a lot of DNFs. 20 on the racetrack. Chris Mackey still out here. Getting some damage repaired for an extended amount of time. Taylor, Matt Everett, Bentley Glazer, Kevin Bankert. Zachary King leads the race over Travis Gilbert. Ryan Patty in third. Ball side by side with Patrick Colby. Now try to get up to the outside of Patty.
22 laps to go. Zach King and Travis Gilbert trying to get a 2-car breakaway. Here comes Ryan Patty, Flying Ryan, as we call him here. And a ball to the outside. Travis Gilbert going to go to the outside line. We got a pass for the lead. Travis Gilbert back to the point. Here comes Adam Ball in the cold front, the Hurricane.
Travis Gilbert has been the ultimate opportunist all race long. Every chance he can, he moves up, he takes that run. More often than not, it has taken him to the race lead, this time being no different. With just 21 laps to go at the start-finish line, Travis Gilbert has been out front for a ton of them. 32, going to be 33 at this stage in the game, leading more than a third of the laps that we have run so far today. 21 laps to go. I tell you what, he could get up to 40. He just wants to make it that last one. Here comes Zachary King up on the outside.
Yeah, the one that counts. Here comes Zach King. Here he comes. Zachary King's our biggest thrower of the race. Up 31 spots. He's running second. Anthony Tizio. 2 is out. 2 is back bumper. Dominic Tizio right behind him.
All right, and we're going to bring in Matt Everett, number 5, out of the race early. Well, first off, Matt, what was it like out there for you today, and what happened to be in?
Yeah, we were having a great run. Running top 5 there with Finnegan, Jacob, and Mike. And, yeah, coming in for the first pit stop, lap 25, coming into 26. I was almost safely on a pit road, and then the number 8 decided to cut down the track from the top, take his pit stop there, plowed into me at full speed after losing control, and then ended up making contact with one of my teammates. And yeah, he hit me hard enough that my race was over entering the pits on that first stop there, unfortunately.
I've taken another look at it from here, but you had yourself a pretty strong run. You were running up in the top 5. Helps you get that number 5 machine.
Yeah, shout out to all my teammates that were here tonight. Got Jacob, Brian, and Mike. We're all helping each other out there in the beginning, and once we got sorted into a single file line, it was having a pretty good run there.
How much fun is it out here on these high banks? You got 34 cars there started this race. Somebody's always everywhere. There's always a run. How much fun?
Oh, it's a ton of fun. It's easier than, most of the tracks we run, but it's also pretty stressful when you're running 3 wide, door to door with everybody trying to catch a draft. It's a different level of excitement. Definitely takes a, different skill set compared to most of the tracks we run. It's easy overall, but yeah, just got to stay on your toes.
Awesome stuff, Matt. Thanks for joining us. And was there anything else you got for us?
No, just shout out to all of our sponsors, Hilliard Detailing Garage, Midwest Euro Parts, and shout out to all my teammates for the help tonight. I hope it goes well for them the rest of the race.
Awesome stuff. Sorry that your race ended early, but glad you're in good spirit talking with you.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Matt Everett's driver of the number 5, unfortunately taken out on that first pit stop. While Travis Gilbert trying to hold on to this race lead, he's got a lapped car, rather a car trying to stay at the tail end of the lead lap of Kyle Diaz, just in front of him. He's giving him a big push. Travis Gilbert is getting a little bit of separation there from that 47.
Yeah, definitely right now, Travis Gilbert and Zach King. These two are working together, trying to create some separation from the rest of the field. Kyle Diaz, 1 lap down, well, actually multiple laps down. He's a lap car, he's having a factor in this race. But yet, these two are teammates in the Gone Wrong Racing stable.
Closing up the Gone Wrong Racing. Here, these two drivers, Kyle Diaz and Travis Gilbert, working together here at the front of the pack. If you are Kyle Diaz in the 26th car, you're in 26th place. We're hoping for a caution flag. And I tell you what, you're Chris Camber, and you are also hoping for that very same caution flag before Kyle Diaz goes a lap down. Camber in the free pass position, wants to try to get back onto the lead lap. But most of this race off of the lead lap, and well, he's had a fast car. He wants to show what he's got.
Yeah, right now these two are working together. Travis Gilbert out front, 16 laps to go. Here's a conundrum of cars right behind him, though. So we are 3 wide. Here comes Shane Cochran. He's back in the top 10. Where did he come? He's up in that middle line, making it happen.
Tell you what, Alan, if there's anywhere that I don't want to be at a super speedway, it's the middle line. But this time it seems to be working. It seems to be moving. They're making some hay. Now Delph tries to move down to the inside, getting in front of Tizio just barely. And Anthony Tizio moves his way up to the middle lane, back in behind Zachary King. Travis Gilbert not leaving his teammate, not leaving his friend. Oh, problems! Brad Delph goes around down the back straightaway. Nathan Finnegan is around. Jacob Malone gonna get turned sideways.
And oh boy,
Tizio with heavy damage as well. Caution out for the 6th time here today. Stage number 3 comes to a slow down here. Under 15 laps to go. Corey Powell involved. Cody Eldred, Patrick Colby. Down the back straightaway. The 72, I believe, was the first one to get sideways. If not, that 45 got into the 92 and spun him down. Got Tompkins and Tizio right in front of
Shane
Brzezowski.
Cochran gets away unscathed.
Right on board with him. Big crash down the back straightaway, involving at 7 cars. Look here as Powell 45 make contact, and these spin down, hit side wall very significantly. Tompkins may have been saved a little bit by that 20 car. '92 black smoke. That looks to be a and
Oh man, just hate that for Corey Powell.
Delph coming up nowhere. Brzezowski to go. Cochran almost gets a piece of it, and that's where Nathan Finnegan gets hit. He gets turned around by that 72 coming back down the racetrack. More contact up here. Try to get another angle here. Patrick Colby. Colby moves down, makes a contact there with before that gets. Now here comes Eldred, who's more contact with him. Guy's side. Caution out. 6th time here today. Zachary King taking over the race lead.
Look at that, our buddy Shane Cochran up to 3rd.
If we can get an onboard view. Number 86.
So in all calamity, just Break loose.
Yeah, it happens right in front. Great job getting through there by the 86. Zachary King takes over the race lead over Anthony Tizio. Cochran in third. Adam Ball in fourth. Ryan Patty back to fifth place. Zach Lockett, your Daytona winner. A little bit of front end damage on that thing. He might not be the best to lead a line. We know he can push a line. And came to Daytona. Didn't really have to lead any lines. He just had to wait for everything out of his way.
You're not wrong.
Up here, we've got 12 laps to go in Talladega. Going to be 11 when we take the restart. Zachary King trying to get his first win on the season. Anthony Tio as well. Shane Cochran. Anybody up in the top four? Ryan Smith came into this race Brian Smith came into this race with 73-point lead for Lone. Finnegan also up there, and Michael Taylor. Zach Lockett fifth in points. Able to take advantage. Could be able to take advantage.
Well, the average.com pace car is going to peel off in a turn off on the pit road. We're going to come back to the tribal to that Echo or the United Rentals restart zone. Liam, we only have like less than 15 laps to go here in this one. We're back to Green Flag Racing, 12 laps to go here in the Icon Cup Series of Talladega.
Run there for the inside lane. Zachary King gets away strong. Shane Cochran able to get clear. Tizio up on the top side. Here comes Adam Ball getting ready to push that 15. Everybody staying super tight up on each other. Coming up off of turn number 2. Trying to continue or try to keep much momentum as they can. A little bit of sideways and swirling out. There goes the 4 of Jacob Smith up to the top of the back. Anthony Tizio going to take over the race lead with a big push from Adam Ball. Ball now moves down to the bottom with Tizio, giving Zach Lockett rather, up on the top side with a bent front bumper. Comes the 4 up to the top side, trying to make a third lane. Tizio moves up. Ball going to be able to get down to the inside. Adam Ball takes over the race lead. We've got 10 laps to go in Talladega this time around.
10 laps to go. Shane Cochran doing just exactly what he needed to do. Stay in line, buddy. Stay in the inside line. Get behind Adam Ball. Shane Cochran's going to get behind Adam Ball. That's going to be his best chance right now.
Oh, trouble!
Oh, no!
Big crash. Shane Cochran in the wall. Zach Lockett up in the air. Tizio, I believe, was one of the first to get sideways there, and big crash.
Wow.
Two separate accidents. One happens in the back.
I mean, Shane doesn't look like he has any damage though, so he might be all right. Here he is behind Adam Ball
Patty
on that number
slips up,
19.
and that's what earns the 15. Gets him back down into the 86. Cochran, the 4 of Jacob Smith. A ton of damage there as well. Near with the 26.
Yeah,
He
gonna,
clips the 55. Right in front of Chris Camburn. Just got back on the lead lap. Heavy damage to the 88. Zachary King, Adam Ball, Charlie Widener, Jeff Dillon, Patrick Colby, all looking for their first. Travis Gilbert, driver who has won a race, running up in. Cody Eldred. Ryan Smith, who came into this race with the points lead, got 4 on the seat.
Danny Cochran on pit road.
Our chats, let's go. Paul, Alex Bow. 30 are clear. Thank you for the blessings. Allergies. Try to get through tonight without the Benadryl because in terms of which one brought out the caution, I would say it was probably the one with the 693. Not 100% sure. Got 8 laps to go, coming to 7 to go, and we should be getting the 1 to green. 6 lap run to the finish. How did we do? Caution. Gonna have 18 drivers still on the lap. Mike Cornell would in the pass though. Involved in that. In terms of fault, I believe they put it on the 30 simultaneous.
That makes sense.
Things heating up. Allen, tension are rising. Guys realize not a whole heck of a lot of time left in the race. Could spend more time under yellow flag than they do actually run out.
Yes, the laps are starting to wind down. I know you're sad about it. Don't be sad.
But remember, we have 3 attempts at a green record. Courtesy 10 milligrams. Appreciate you, Lillian. Very kind of you. All right. Why did Ryan pit, I believe? Probably because he had to go to the end of the line anyways. At fault. Zachary King getting ready to lead. Back to the green over Adam Ball, Jeff Dillon, Charlie Widener, Travis Gilbert, Patrick Colby up here as well. The boys quite displeased about the turn of events tonight.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's Sunday, and well, yeah, just, I mean, there's going to be winners and losers tonight, and well, the Sizzle boys not having the night that they were hoping to.
King getting ready to lead down one more time. 6 laps to go at the green flag. Back. Up to speed. Ryan Patty serving his pass through. My guess is he just wanted to go to the back to make it easier. Stay out of the way. I'm not 100% sure. Caution comes out and he'll be in prime position. Take care of business once again as Adam Ball leads over Jeff Dillon. Here comes Travis Gilbert to the outside. He's got a push for Brian Smith. Smith comes to this race leading the points. He's got 4 wins already, looking for his 5th. A little bit of contact since Travis Gilbert up the racetrack, but they stay on it. That inside lane starting to get a little bit more momentum. Comes King moving up to the outside. Dillon moves to the inside. Nowhere for anyone to go as now here comes King to the outside of Adam Ball. Sideways is Charlie Widener off the front bumper of Patrick Colby. Now Colby gets a bump from Eldred. Everybody saves it down the front straightaway. 5 laps to go.
Yeah, 5 phalanges in the air. And here comes Zachary Green, Travis Gilbert, and Brian Smith, last week's winner, looking to go back-to-back in 2 consecutive weeks.
Well, Scott
Travis
Tompkins
Gilbert
trying to push Jake Christenberry up on the outside. The 33 and 45. They've got the 54 with them. Here comes Brian Smith up to the top side. Splits Travis Gilbert, sticks him in the middle.
We knew it was going to happen here sooner or later. Travis Gilbert in the sucker hole. He's going to lose the lead. Brian Smith, Christenberry, Tompkins, Malone. All he can put a blanket over the top 4.
Zachary King lost 7 spots that time around. We've seen guys get out of the lane and move to the back on purpose. Zach King just got swallowed up big time. Now he tries to make his run back on the bottom. Top side starting to check up just a little bit. Sean Purcell all over the back bumper of the 95. Charlie Widener. 4 laps to go. To the bottom of the racetrack goes Purcell. Moves are going to continue to get more and more aggressive as up to the top of the racetrack goes Malone. He gets hung out to dry by Zachary King.
Right now, as we are watching this race go on, no one's getting away easily. And I can tell you what, right now, Shane Cochran is hoping that something breaks loose as he's just about far enough back into that sweet spot. Here he comes, making some hay on the outside. He's got a partner. Meanwhile, the 47 hung out to dry.
He's trying to use all that side draft that he can, try to pull that 54 back up to him from behind. 3 laps to go here in Talladega. Up to the top side of the racetrack goes Jacob Malone. John McNeil moves up to follow. John McNeil not on the lead lap, but trying to help some of these guys move their way up to the front. Patrick Colby moves his way up in front of the 54. McNeil gets hung out to dry as Cody Eldred takes over his spot right behind the 54. Middle lane trying to come forward as Brian Smith continues to lead, coming up off of turn number 4. Up to the top goes Adam Ball, trying to take away a little bit of a run. Here comes Scott Tompkins, getting side by side for second. Up the racetrack goes the 06, trying to make a 4th lane. A little bit of contact between King and Dillon and the 32 of Eldred. We continue to move forward. 2 laps to go, and Scott Tompkins taking over the race lead.
And this is where the moves are going to start being made. Right here and often. As Brian Smith continues to lead this piece. Tompkins to the side. Give Tompkins the lead for the moment. And all proverbial hell is about to break loose here as we get ready to come to the white flag.
White flag goes in the air, and there's not going to matter if there's a crash. The caution's not going to come out if they don't make it back. There's contact. Around goes Brian Smith from the lead. That's the big one.
And we got green-white checkers.
Travis Gilbert goes around. Hisato gets a piece. Hambert's going to get through, and it wasn't as big as we thought it was going to be. Brian Smith from the race lead gets turned around. Scott Tompkins got a piece of him there, and I'm not sure who got into the back of the 45, but I believe that's what started this whole deal. Did the contact from the back Adam Ball, or did the 33 slide up? Oh, the 33 slid up. Got into Adam. And on board here with Jeff Dillon. All happens just in front of him. Travis Gilbert almost had it all avoided until the 52 and the 3 came together. .33 takes a shot to the inside wall. Hit there for Sean Purcell as well. 8 cars caught up in this one. Smith took a good shot to the front against Adam Ball's tire. That left front for Adam Ball completely destroyed as a result. 19 probably not going to be able to forward very much in the back.
No, definitely not.
One more look forward, which big hit there for the 74 and try to drive it away. Look like it's gonna not the way he wants his day to going right now. We are going to overtime. 113 laps have been scheduled race distance miles. However, have 3 attempts. If the caution comes out before white flag, we will rack it. That's the attempt number. However, it's the white flag. Doesn't matter how bad they wreck. The caution's not going to come out unless they manually throw it.
I don't see everything either.
But if that does happen, if we get a caution at the end of the race on the white flag situation, that will effectively end the race. Yeah, but I don't know why it feels worse watching racing. I've always found myself super strong into these plate races. Today was no different. Was kind of rooting for Carson. Wanted to see first time winner get it done and able to do it. Chris Buescher would have also been great. Guy who definitely deserves flowers in the Cup Series. Carson get it. Big shout out though to the Tizio boys. Those TZO designs always looking fly. logo back down there for you guys. And while we're talking about logo down there, no prints. Creates clean, purpose-built, printed die-cast display mounts designed specifically for racing fans and collectors. Showcase their cars the right way. More display designs and motorsports-inspired products coming soon. The perfect time to start building your collection. Not March anymore. Search TZO Prints on Etsy. Go to TZO Designs on Instagram. Check out their shop and start building the display for a dream. No Prints. Designed by and for racing fans.
I like it.
Oh, I've got some cars that I want to get display. I've only got so much space, but get those cases for them. You can stack them. Make it your own.
Talk to Anthony Tizio. He'll get you all set up. Zach
All
King, Patrick Colby on the front row.
Laps to go here. Are we gonna make it back? That's the major question. Green flag in the air. King gets a strong restart. Huge push there from Jacob Malone. Malone moves up to the top. King tries to block Patrick Colby. Oh, and Colby gets turned. Up the racetrack in front of the 06. The caution comes out. Bissonet's involved. Mike Grinnell.
Wow.
A 3-car tangle brings out the caution just as soon as we take the green flag.
They didn't even make it through the gearbox.
It was all a result of some of that blocking Patrick Colby. Not have known he wasn't clear. Tries to follow that 54 down, and Cody Eldred is there. Weidner gets a piece. Jeanette. Oh, and Nell just nowhere to go as he's coming in there. On board here with the 55.
And oof.
That wreck just got shoved down in front of him. Well, back live here. Gonna take this final opportunity to go side by side once again, and we'll be right back with the finish.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Back live here, coming to the 1 to green. 118 laps have been completed. Zachary King make it to the end. This came in lap 87, and while we have seen cautions, drivers behind him came in, especially Jacob Malone to his outside, came in at lap 100. Zachary King, Jacob Malone, Jacob Smith, Cody Eldred, Travis Gilbert, Scott Tompkins, Charlie Widener, Brian Smith, Chris Camburn, and Ryan Patty rounding out the field.
I mean, we only got 3 laps to go. We're on our second attempt for green, white, checkered.
We tell you, Mr. Gunther, that host of our Race Win diecast might be the most popular diecast of the. Going to be a very popular win amongst the fans, and that car just looked so good. I don't know if you saw how much confetti was on it in victory lane. Man, that was awesome. Super cool to see him sitting halfway out of the car to do his little victory lap. What did you think of that, Alan?
I think he sold a lot of T-shirts today.
Yeah,
look, if you didn't have a Carson Hocevar T-shirt, you have one after the Talladega race.
And it was maybe not the greatest of. Kind of what happens when you get that separation and then get cars piled up. Still a lot of fun, and we've got ourselves one more Talladega finish coming our way. Can we get it done this time? Does Zachary King have enough fuel in it to make it to the end? 119 laps complete this time around. Green flag in the air. Everybody trying to get the bumper to the guy in front of him. Zachary King able to get out by about a car length, and now he moves up to block Malone once again. Oh, right up to his rear bumper. Moves down to the inside. Jacob Malone trying to take over the race lead. Cody Eldred to the back of the 47, coming up off of turn number 2. The inside lane trying to form up as well.
All we got to do is make it to the white flag. And then it's official. Whatever happens after that, happens after that. They're going to rock it down the back straightaway. The 47 car, Zachary King, going to go down to black. He's got to make that car 5 lanes wide. And here comes the 86 car of Shane Cochran. He's going to go to the outside. He's gonna try to pull the Dale Earnhardt move.
Here comes Malone up to the outside. Little bit of contact. More contact there. Side by side for the lead. Here comes the 32 up to the top side. Now Charlie Widener pushing the 54 up to the lead. Charlie looks up to the top side. Not quite able to do it. Falls back in line. Don't look now, but Brian Smith, third in line on the outside. Zachary King gets sideways, stays down to the bottom. Now Jacob Smith leads the inside lane. Jacob Malone leads the outside lane. Charlie Widener all up on the rear bumper. Here comes a move. There's a crash. Scott Tompkins, Goggles Paisano go around. We're going to stay on the battle for the lead as Jacob Malone has Charlie Widener all up on his rear bumper. Brian Smith trying to find a way around as he's got help now from Jacob Smith. Coming up off of turn number 4 for the final time. Charlie Widener moves up to the outside. Brian Smith trying to get into the middle here. He's going to have to push that 54. Contact. Smith gets sideways. Jacob Malone wins. Charlie Widener in second. And Travis Gilbert comes home in third.
Who knew that was going to happen?
Brian Smith and Jacob Smith round out the top 5. Numerous cars crashed down the back straightaway. Ryan Patty, one of them. Cody Eldred with damage. Zachary King damaged as well. Goggles Paisano to be able to get back up to speed along with Scott Tompkins. Justin Bissonette here with damage down the back straightaway. Shane Cochran comes home in 11th. But Jacob Malone gets the job done here today.
There he goes.
Burn it down.
Is that a cold medicine sponsor?
I believe so, and
Okay. Well, that look, that could be your medicine.
Jacob Malone gets the job done here today in Talladega in what was an absolute thriller start finish. Charlie Widener comes home in second place. Travis Gilbert in third. Go ahead, bring in our race winner, Jacob Malone. It's Liam and Allen up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir.
And I tell you what, that was a phenomenal show. You did everything you needed to on the white flag. You made the right blocks. You made the right moves. How does it feel, man, to come home, taking the checkered flag here in Talladega?
It feels great after what feels like spinning like 3 separate times. So, yeah, man, that was a race, that's for sure. Especially there coming to the end, I was just very locked in. I don't think I've been that focused for a super speedway race in a while. Made my mind up I wanted to win it, and I went out and did.
We're watching a little bit of contact between you and the 47 coming to the white flag. Obviously a hard-fought win, but as you mentioned, you got sideways. What was it like recovering from that spin after the got a little bit sideways, got on that apron, got turned around, and did the yellow flag? What was that recovery effort like for you?
It was basically being on the lead lap to end the stage. I kind of had to do it naturally, didn't get a wave around, and had my teammate Jake, who ended up winning the stage, actually just pushed me, and so I was able to stay out in front and stay on the lead lap. And then a few other wrecks happened here and there, and it was just mainly keeping the car clean, even while spinning, just staying off the wall doing 360s. That was the big thing, was just staying away from the outside wall and inside wall.
You did a phenomenal job of keeping it away from the walls, within the lines, and you come home with a checkered flag here at Talladega. Who do you want to thank for such a strong run in that AMP 54 Toyota Camry?
Well, I got to thank my teammate and team owner, Jake Christenberry. He was an amazing help today. I'm glad I could get the win for him after an unfortunate end to his race. Got a second dub for Prestige Motorsports. I want to thank my family, of course. They've always supported me. And you guys for putting on a show in the broadcast booth.
Awesome stuff. Thank you for putting on a show out here today. Phenomenal blocks here to take it home. Congrats once again. Checkered flag.
Thank you, man.
Now we're going to move to second place. Charlie Widener. Allen has with him.
Yeah, down here on pit road with Charlie Widener. Charlie, what a great effort here to finish second. What more could you need it out of the car to get by Jacob Malone?
The car had all it needed, but I just needed anybody to push me just a little bit in this race, and it would have been helpful. If anybody would have just given me a little bump, I could have had it. But I get it. But the car was great. Kept it clean until that last caution. It got a little nose damage, but it was just barely any damage. So yeah, if I could have just got anybody to push me, I might be one position better. But I'm not going to complain about second.
Yeah, what did you learn on Tuesday night that you could actually apply to this race here tonight?
I don't know. The these cars draft so weird and stuff, but you definitely wanted to try to be in the middle groove. Uh, it seemed to have the better run off the corner and everything. So if you can get up there and get someone good to push you, you should be okay. It's a good thing, but there wasn't another green white because I would not have the fuel for it. But yeah, you just try to get someone good behind you that's willing to push you, and you should be fine.
All right, man. Look, who do you want to thank and who helped you get it done here on the 95 car?
I'd like to thank Patty and all the admins in this league. It's a competitive league, and I appreciate you guys in the broadcast booth. You do a good job. The paint came from Scott Patton at Patented Paints, and my team. I'm the only man left standing on my team. So, but I like to still thank my teammates. And yeah, like it's always a good sign when you're getting interviewed at the end of a race. That means you did pretty good. So, yep.
All right. Well, congratulations on a good run, and Liam, back up to you in the booth.
And now we're gonna run in and grab Travis Gilbert here. Travis, you come home in third. You led the most laps though. Phenomenal race here in Talladega. Stole that podium at the end. What do you think you needed more to steal the win?
Well, that's a pretty simple question, Liam. I needed a teammate, and the teammate that I had got his lap back, and then he ended up getting in another wreck. So just needed a teammate, to be quite frank about it.
Saw you super aggressive early on in the show, taking runs, taking whatever you could to get to the lead. What kind of confidence did that build moving forward, especially at style race?
It's funny, Liam, because I told Kyle Diaz, I was like, man, these guys don't want to ride because I was just willing to chill. So they didn't want to ride. So I was like, we might as well race and put on a show for everybody here and the Sim Racing Media broadcast for the Icon Cup series. So, yeah, I felt like the number 3 was probably the fastest car, if not, one of the fastest cars. Zachary King had a good car. Me and him worked together pretty well. So just when it came down to it, like I just didn't have anybody that was gonna work with me at the end of the stages. So I had horrible pit stops, like just because of the first pit stop, I didn't have nobody with me. It was just myself really. So it was hard. If you don't have 3 or 4 teammates you're willing to put work with and at these restricted plates where it really matters, because you got to have people that are willing to stay aligned with you and that you can trust them to make the right moves. So usually the typical people show up at the top of the pylon: Jacob, Brian Smith, Jacob Malone. Congrats to Charles Widener on his second place finish. So just really wish I had a couple more teammates in this league that we are able to dominate like we usually do in other leagues.
Travis, you still threw together a phenomenal race. You led 37 laps and able to not really miss a step when that 47 run out of gas in front of you. What was it like when you saw that contact happening in front of you? And then before we let you go, who helps you get it done in that number 3 at the track forward?
Yeah, Liam, I got killed when that caution happened right as we were coming to the end of the race, and we ended up going to green, white, checkered overtime. The 78, I thought I was going to be able to clear him. The 47 made a good move, and he's seen it, but 78 being spun sideways 90 degrees to the racetrack, I thought I was going to be able to, get clear, but he got hit, and that killed my front end damage. So there at the end, I was high on temps, both water and oil, so I was just trying to cool it as much as possible. Lucky for the 3rd place, you said we snuck it in. I felt like we had a race-winning car, didn't have the teammates, a little bit of luck, no luck. So I guess we'll take it. It was a rough race last week, no stage points this week, and a podium. It's a good finish for the Vetatrack Ford Mustang. I want to thank Ray Lane. He's always one of my biggest teammates with Iracing and just racing in general. So I know he's super excited that Hocevar got the win. So congrats to Hocevar too. He's from my home state, Michigan. So good deal for him. he's an up and coming star. So then Kyle Diaz, I appreciate him, even though he's got bad luck and everything. The Roth brothers, and then my mom, she's always watching. My dad, my nephews Branson, Lucas, my niece Amelia, my sister Macy, her husband Trent. My son's birthday's coming up on the 28th, which she was born 41 minutes shy of being born on Earnhardt's birthday. If I would have really known that back in the day, I might have made a little more effort to having born on Earnhardt's day, so Earnhardt's birthday. So, but nonetheless, we just trying to represent the number 3. It's such a iconic number, and it was never one of my favorite numbers growing up. But now that I race it, I really just try to put on a good show for it, and hopefully people like to see it up front, and hopefully we can, get some more podiums and maybe a win or two.
Awesome stuff, Travis. Congratulations on a phenomenal run here in Talladega. Go on, celebrate with the family.
Yeah. Also, before I go, I'd like to thank my friends Terry and Sweet. They always watch. They're dedicated. So I'm glad that they made it back from helping their family and stuff. And I just hope that you guys all have a good week, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Appreciate you, boss. Right, well, about time. Go through results of the race. Jacob Malone wins after leading only 2 laps. Charlie Widener in second. Travis Gill. Patrick. Jeff Dillon. John Purcell. The rest of the field will scroll by on the bottom. Go through. Erlative. Talladega Super Speed. 6-mile track. 21 laps. Let miles. 9 cautions. Laps. Van Burn. Hardest. Travis Gilbert. 38 laps. Fastest lap of the race was Corey Powell. 5.8. Travis Gilbert. The fastest lap in qualifying. Him starting. Alan, phenomenal race here at Talladega. Phenomenal race here once again for the Icon Cup. I guess there ain't much more to say. It's a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. As we get ready to head into another week here, but next week we go to Texas. We get ready to go Texas 2-stepping, and I'm pretty excited about that one. So let's land this thing.
Yeah, Texas definitely a difficult track. It's a challenge for the guys, but nothing that they can't handle. As always, send you guys off with a couple of quotes from I like. Do it for Dale. Like Biff. Walk through life. Traffic. Have a good night, folks.